everyone. I never knew about the box.
Good evening and welcome to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen Workshop. It is October 2nd, 2025. It is 5:30. We do have a quorum. The prayer on next Thursday evening will be with Alderwoman Haas, the Pledge of Allegiance with Vice Mayor No. Everyone should have a copy of the minutes from the August 28th, 2025 workshop and the September 2nd, 2025 public hearing and regular meeting. First, we're going to go into our presentations, and we've got a couple, so let me hop down here. Right here. So, this is a proclamation of the City of Laverne. Whereas Halloween is a widely celebrated tradition in Laverne, as many of our residents participate in trick-or-treating activities with hundreds of kids walking door to door in neighborhoods to collect candy and participate in festivities. Whereas the risk of injury increases as celebrations occur after dark, masks restrict vision, costumes limit visibility, and street crossings safety is often neglected, and vehicle and pedestrian traffic is at high. Children are more than twice as likely to be struck and killed by cars on Halloween more than any other day of the year. Children are accompanied by adults stand a greater chance of following safe pedestrian habits and being visible to motorists. Whereas motorists who are driving during trick-or-treating hours can increase the safety of little princesses, superheroes, ghosts, goblins, and zombies by eliminating distractions from devices, abstaining from drugs, alcohol, reducing speed, and watching for children around parked cars, on roadways, driveways, intersections, medians, and curbs. Whereas the Laverne Police Department and citizens of Laverne play an important role in keeping our children safe and healthy on this and every Halloween. Therefore, as part of celebrating the Halloween traditions in Laverne, I, Jason Cole, Mayor of Laverne, do hereby proclaim October 27th through 31st as Halloween Driver Safety Week, and I urge all residents to take extra precautions that weekend in order to protect our most valuable resource, our children, as we drive and celebrate Halloween. Now, Chuck Isbell is here. He represents a group.
Families for Safe Streets.
And so I wanted to present this proclamation to you.
Thank you.
And we want to encourage all of our residents to drive safely. And again, let's protect our greatest resource. Let's protect our kids.
Yes, thank you. I
Thank you, sir.
appreciate it. Way to go, Chip. Thank
Now for the fun ones. Graham Coates.
Oh. I'm ready for his office.
Carol Haas.
Oh.
Steve No.
Uh-oh.
you. What have we done?
We must have done something in Chattanooga.
He's skipping mine. He's
No,
skipping
I'm
mine.
not skipping yours. This is, Carol actually has it right. This is
Chattanooga?
Chattanooga related.
Certificates.
So,
I was dressed up. Two different things.
come on down, Steve.
At least I put britches on instead of a
So-
shorts.
The University of Tennessee Municipal Technical Advisory Service, in cooperation with the Tennessee Municipal League, certifies that Vice Mayor Steve No, Alderman Graham Coates, and Alderwoman Carol Haas have completed Elected Officials Academy Municipal Operations on August 2nd, 2025. Congratulations.
Thank you. And we got our reimbursement money back.
We got our money before the certificate.
Did we get our picture made?
Yes, hold on.
Okay.
Let's get all of the,
Certified. Bonafide.
Oh, that's right, we did 2 classes.
Put them up. Get your hair dry.
I'm showing both of mine. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys.
Did you get copies?
No, I didn't.
You do?
We'll talk about it.
All right, moving on. We have no one who's signed up for the public comment period, and departmental reports will be Thursday. We're going to move on to old business, second reading ordinance 2025-25, an ordinance to amend the City of Laverne zoning ordinance by changing the official zoning map for tax map 18K, Group A, Parcel 6. Property consists of approximately 13.63 acres, property located at the end of Wheeler Street. Current zoning is I-1 Light Industrial Zoning District. The proposed zoning is I-2 Heavy Industrial Zoning District. This received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on July 29, 2025, and a public hearing was held on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025 about this. Does anyone have any questions? Seeing none, we're going to move on to number 6, second reading ordinance 2025-27. An ordinance repealing the existing zoning ordinance and zoning map, adopting a new zoning ordinance and zoning map, and amending Title 14 of the Laverne Municipal Code in conformity with the same. This received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on July 29, 2025. A second public hearing will be heard this Thursday, October 9th, 2025 at 4:45 p.m. Now, we're open up for any questions. I do want to let you know there has been one slight change. I think Glenn has that pulled up. You may have a slide on it. We'd noticed that there was an error on Old Nashville Highway by Cheney that actually changed the zoning and made it more dense. So it has been reverted back to the R1 status, and then there was also a parcel that was for some reason listed as R3, and earlier last year was rezoned commercial right there. And those two were changes that were initially made by Volkert, but it was just missed in review that it was done incorrectly. Does anyone have any other questions or anything with regards to the zoning map or the zoning ordinance?
And then Vaughnwood has been changed
Yes,
up at the top.
yes. The north end of the,
And the Skinner's
that goes
property.
from the Skinner's property all the way to Miss Vaughn's.
Okay.
Anyone have any other questions? Okay, moving on to number 7, second reading ordinance 2025-28, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2025-2026 general fund budget. And this is second reading, and this is a budget amendment totaling $69,500. Does anyone have any questions? Number 8, second reading ordinance 2025-29, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2024-2025 general fund budget. Again, this is second reading, and this is a budget amendment of $320,500. Does anyone have any questions? Second reading ordinance 2025-30, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2024-2025 police impact fee fund budget. And this is a budget amendment of $500. Does anyone have any questions? Number 10, second reading ordinance 2025-31, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2024-2025 State Street Aid Fund budget. And this is a $60,000 budget amendment. Does anyone have any questions? Last item on old business, second reading ordinance 2025-32, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2024-2025 water and sewer fund budget. And this is a $65,000 budget amendment. Does anyone have any questions? Moving on to the consent agenda. First item is to approve or reject city bids and purchases. First one we have is a sole source purchase for water meters. And you will see the cost for 2,000 water meters is $535,000. And this is a budgeted item. Does anyone have a question? Moving on to number 2, sole source purchase, E1 grinder pumps. And again, this is just like it sounds, it's grinder pumps and parts from Wascon. Does anyone have any questions? Number 3, sole source purchases fire apparatus parts and service. Again, this is something that is budgeted, and this is parts and repair services from TriStar Fire. Anyone have any questions? Number 4, sole source purchase lift station equipment for the sewer department. Again, another budgeted item. Does anyone have any questions? Number 5, Sourcewell contract purchase for janitorial supplies. Again, this is pretty routine, but any questions? Number 6, Sourcewell contract purchase for office supplies. Does anyone have any questions? Number 7, Sourcewell contract purchase Napa Auto Parts, and this is for city vehicle repairs, purchase parts as needed from them. Does anyone have any questions? Number 8, Sourcewell contract purchase, and this is for Ford Auto Parts. And this would be a purchase from Ford of Murfreesboro as needed for city vehicle repairs. Any questions? Number 9, state contract purchase, GPS for city vehicles. And this is GPS. It is the annual cost for all 186 vehicles is $30,801.60, and the yearly cost will be $23,101.20 plus shipping and handling. Since it'll only go through June of next year. So funds are available for this, and a lot of this is dependent upon as far as but maintenance costs with our city vehicles. But we may need a budget amendment by the end of the year for this. But this would add GPS for all city vehicles. Any questions? Number 10, purchase interview now recruiting platform for the police department. And this is a text-based recruiting platform for law enforcement and public safety. The cost of the platform will be $7,000. This is not something that we budgeted for, but there are funds available in the police department budget.
Yep. Mayor, I'd like to just chime in and respectfully request to withdraw this request for our department. Since we submitted this, we found a alternative that I think will be effective and is significantly cheaper, $750 annually, as opposed to $7,000. And I'd like to give this other alternative a chance before we move forward with this. It'll be a considerable savings to our budget, but I think it will achieve the same things. So if that can be done, I would respectfully request that it be done.
Yeah, we can get that off the consent agenda.
Say it again? Did he say save us money?
Yes.
Well, he said cheaper also.
Okay, moving on to B, approve the employee benefits package for 2026. Mr. Andrew Patton, do you want to walk us through this?
Sure, absolutely. So as you all are aware, every year we look at our benefit package and looking at costs. We went out to bid this year with our broker, Willis Towers Watson, on the short-term, long-term, and life portion of our package. The reason for that was first just to see if there were cost savings. We had been with the previous vendor for some time. And secondly, that particular vendor was more and more difficult to work with when it comes to billing correctly, timely claims, so forth. So we wanted to see what was available in the marketplace. So if you look at the second page of this item, first thing I'll tell you is that there is a 0 missing from the 2025 Blue Cross Blue Shield renewal, just so that there's not sticker shock. We're not moving from 16,000 to 168,000.
I was going to ask about
If we
that.
were, I would just show myself out, so clearly that's not what's happening. It's 160,000. So just big picture, right? Insurance costs still continue to rise. We are in a guaranteed renewal period with Blue Cross. So we're seeing a slight increase of 2.4% on our medical line. Our stop loss, again, just as a reminder, that's the benefit that, once we hit $90,000 in claims paid, then our stop loss insurance picks up and pays everything after that. The cost for that is an increase of just over 5%. I will point out that the prescription rebate line is a huge increase, and again, rebates, so this is money back to us, right? 61% increase. That is largely in part with the fact that we have our prescriptions through Blue Cross. They have redone some of their modules for how they calculate the prescriptions and how it plays into our plan as a whole, so we're going to be on the winning side of that for next year's renewal. Dental and vision will stay with Blue Cross. That's our proposal moving forward, and we are in a lock pricing with dental and vision, so there's no cost for that. One item that you won't see on the screen, I just want to point out, our LASIK eye benefit remains in place for all of our employees and all covered dependents, and that runs through our medical side now instead of the vision side. We made that change maybe a year or so ago. Part of that is showing some of our increase on our medical side, right? We just found that it's better for our claims on the LASIK to run through that side. The next set is our request to change to a vendor named Symetra. Symetra would handle our short-term, long-term, and life benefits. And as you can see on the screen and on your packets, this is a significant savings for the city. It is a decrease from our current vendor of 40% on STD and LTD and 30% on basic life. So we are believing, right, that the coverage will be equally as good, that the vendor relationship with us will be better when it comes to claims and billing and accuracy in billing. And then, of course, we benefit from going out to the marketplace and seeing who's available, and we'll see the benefit from the cost to us perspective. And then finally, on the flexible spending account and the COBRA administration, there'll be no change to that. That's, again, a locked figure through Employee Benefit Corporation. So overall, you know that we have world-class benefits that we offer to all of our employees, and this will only enhance, especially the relationship that finance and HR has with navigating the benefit relationship with our vendors, and obviously we'll see some significant savings as well.
Does anyone have any questions?
So, Andrew, those currently on short-term disability, when the changeover occurs, will it be seamless for them?
Yes, those claims will stay with our current vendor. Mm-hmm. And then if you approve this will go into effect on January 1st, and it would pick up any new claims moving forward.
This table over here is saving the city a lot of money tonight. Now we need to get this crew over here on board.
Happy to raise the bar for that side of the room.
This crew on this side, they're being awful quiet.
Any questions about the benefits package for the employees? Thank you, Andrew. Moving on to C, approve grant consent agreement between the state of Tennessee and the city of Laverne for the state and local cybersecurity grant program. And so, Glenn, do you want to talk about this at all? I know you love to talk at our meetings.
It's just pretty much what it says. It's a grant that one of our vendors let me know was out there, and so I applied for it, and it took a long time. They had a lot of problems in the state apparently, but they finally have gotten the contracts to us and the little FEMA consent agreement. So it's for $36,412.50, and it'll provide backup and recovery services for our Microsoft 365 Office environment.
Any questions about that?
And more money being saved on this side of the table.
They're gonna jump all over that, ain't they?
Moving on to D, approve contract for legal services from Stag Luzia LLC for the aqueous film forming foams product liability multi-district litigation. This is
Trying to save money. I don't know.
actually I found this one, Evan. So y'all can't claim that one. It's now this side and that side. So this is an agreement to go in with this firm on a settlement to recover costs associated with as far as damages to the public drinking water. And so they reached out during the TML conference, and we have since been talking to them, and that's where this contract for legal services comes from. Evan, am I leaving out anything?
No, sir. That's correct.
Any questions about that? Okay, moving on to E, approve amendment number 6 to the professional services agreement with Kimley Horn and Associates for the proposed Blair Road West Extension project. And this is just like it sounds. And does anyone have any questions? The cost for these additional services is $43,500. Any questions? Number 12F, ratify the approval of a combined subdivision participation and release form and the Tennessee State Subdivision Opioid Abatement Agreement for secondary manufacturer settlements. Just like it sounds, guys. This is just another opioid abatement agreement settlement for the city. Does anyone have any questions on that? And then G, approve memorandum of understanding with the town of Smyrna, city of Murfreesboro, and Rutherford County regarding the cost sharing of a study on unifying public safety emergency dispatch services. And this is simply a study to look at a unified dispatch for the entire county. It does not mean we're moving forward with it. It just means we don't know what we don't know, and this is going to help kind of clarify some of that. Does anyone have any questions?
Whose idea was that?
My understanding from talking with Mayor McFarland is this came from the police chief of Smyrna. Any other questions? Okay. Moving on to new business. First reading ordinance 2025-33, an ordinance to amend Title 9, Chapter 8, Section 9-8033 of the Laverne Municipal Code regarding the location of an adult business. Joe, you want to talk about this one?
What are we talking about?
Adult
Which business are we talking about?
Adult businesses.
Well, I'll be the elephant in the room. I read over this, and I don't have a clue exactly what's being asked here of us.
So this is, I get what this is. So this is essentially, we have adult businesses zoned for I-2 heavy industrial zoning districts. there will be, with the new zoning ordinance, no more I-2 heavy industrial zoning district. So this clarifies that to state that these will go in the interchange district. Bruce, am I wrong?
No, that's correct.
Perfect. It's
When you
basically
say-
clarifying it.
So when you say them, they will go in there. What, I mean,
The
what are you
adult
talking about? Adult
businesses.
bookstores?
Adult bookstores, strip clubs, those sorts of things.
There's a whole list of different businesses, which I
Have
will
we
not
just
read.
dodged the bullet on that? Nobody's wanted to put one here or,
Yes.
Yes, not at this time that I'm aware of, no.
right?
Still maintains all the same restrictions that we have as far as distance between residential, schools, and other things. And this puts it in the interchange district, which is essentially the industrial district.
Maybe I'm old fashioned. Can't we just put it in here, none allowed, and be done with it?
I second that.
Third.
That would be illegal. You have to provide by state law somewhere for them to go. So this is, when Planning Commission originally discussed it years ago, it was discussed putting it in the industrial district if there was one ever to come. This is basically a result of the zoning ordinance changing to make sure our ordinances mirror the changes that the zoning ordinance is making. So since there's no more I-2 heavy industrial zoning district, the basically same version of that in the new zoning district is HI interchange district.
So give an example of where they could go.
It would, again, this is just me guessing it because I don't know distances with the residential, but it would be the industrial complex over by like Bridgestone, those areas. But again, they have to still meet all of the distance requirements with residential.
I guess if we have to vote on that for one way or the other, that's what it'll be, but
Otherwise, they,
legally, Evan, we can't just say none allowed.
No, it's actually a First Amendment thing. They've got the right to.
Oh, well, God forbid, the First Amendment.
and if we don't do this, then we have a hole where they're not restricted to I-2 or HI, and then that opens the door where people can challenge to put that in residential, in commercial, or elsewhere. So that's the thought behind this. So at least Planning Commission, when we've discussed this in the past, the thought was if there is going to be one, at least have some type of adult store or strip club or whatever it is in the interchange, in the industrial park.
That allows you to maintain control over where they go if they do come into town. Otherwise, like the mayor said, they could try to go somewhere where you may not want them.
So if we don't specify the assignment, they could come in and say, well,
They could theoretically, they say, first of all, you can't ban us. You haven't provided a place for us. We want to go right there.
It's basically getting ahead of the game. It's maintaining control.
Yep.
Ideally, we would not like that on our nice, lovely commercial corridor or the new twinning station or any of that. So
I was
this,
just thinking, did we put that in the prohibited uses? I didn't really
well,
think about
this would take care of that as currently it's industrial use, but we need to update that with the zoning ordinance if it passes based on that vote.
I don't see that it's got a choice but to vote aye on it.
That would be your choice next Thursday. Moving on to 14, Resolution 2025-24, a resolution of the City of Laverne Board of Mayor and Aldermen to declare property owned by the city to be surplus to the city's needs and directing disposal of the same. Again, this is pretty common, but this is the donation of the heavy rescue truck that would have brought approximately $9,000 if sold on Gov Deals. If donated, the city won't receive any money for it. There's also 7 vehicles, a skid steer, a trencher, that sort of things. Any questions on that? Number 15, Resolution 2025-25, a resolution to donate a surplus fire department heavy rescue truck to the Churchill Volunteer Rescue Squad. Again, this was discussed last month. Is there anyone have any questions? Number 16, Resolution 2025-26, a resolution to approve a land acquisition policy for additional real estate interests needed for the South Waldron Road widening project. Again, this is just as it sounds. You can see the breakdown and the costs here. This creates a total batch for all four, or total value for all four batches that we've done at $3,312,665. Does anyone have any questions? Number 17, Resolution 2025-27, resolution authorizing the City of Laverne to participate in the Public Entity Partners Judy Housley Safety Partners Matching Grant Program. And this is a 50-50 grant, so through PIP. And this year's purchases must be over $1,500 in order to receive the $750 grant. Does anyone have any questions? Number 18, Resolution 2025-28, a resolution authorizing the City of Laverne to participate in the Public Entity Partners James L. Richardson Driver Safety Matching Grant Program. Again, this is another grant program with PIP, and I believe Leah with your team has been working on this one, hasn't she?
Yeah, Leah's actually taken on all three of the grant options through Public Entity Partners just to help all city employees. You know, we don't have a grant person right now, and so working with finance, she took on that task.
Wonderful, wonderful. Anyone have any questions about this? Okay, moving on to appoint or remove board and committee members. First, we've got the Beautification Arts and Advisory Committee. We've got one term vacant, and we have two applicants for this. We've got Miss Mary Jane Skinner and Bruce, is it pronounced Chauncey Ray?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, we will have both of those.
That's a straight answer, ain't it?
We'll have both of them for Thursday night. Then we've got the library board. We've got one term vacant. We've got two applicants, Miss Mary Jane Skinner. We've got Megan Honeycutt. So that will be all voted on Thursday. People can still apply. You can go through the city's website and do that, or pick up a copy here at City Hall. Last but not least, we've got the Mayor and Laverne comment, or Mayor and Alderman comments. Alderwoman Hobbs.
Just thanks to Parks and Rec for the parade. We really enjoyed ourselves. Fall festival. My kids melt down for the festival, but we did enjoy the parade. My child blinded herself with her bubble machine, so we got an exciting time. But thank you, guys.
Alderman Coates.
I really do appreciate the staff working hard on some of the items here and bringing some costs down. It's great to see, and I really do appreciate the effort that's been put in. And also, again, Parks and Rec, great job. It was a great day, and we had a great time.
Wonderful. Alderwoman Haas.
Kudos again to Parks and Rec and your team, and also the law enforcement officers for your hard work, and the Public Works for their hard work in getting everything set up for the parade and keeping everyone safe. And then at the festival, I walked around, everything was great. So, thank y'all.
Vice Mayor, no.
I have a huge shout out. An elderly couple that lives out off of Morningside. I was working for them the other day, and I heard a noise and didn't think much about it. Well, her roommate, they're both elderly, her roommate came in there and asked me if I could help get her up. She had fallen. Well, with my ratchet back, and she's a hefty woman, not being mean, just telling the truth, I couldn't get her up. So I reached out to Curtis Brinkley, the fire marshal. He reached out to Station 43, and they sent 4 team members out there, and they got her up. I don't remember their names. I went back to work, but her biggest concern was after they left, and she was embarrassed, was, Steve, I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't pay for this. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, I fell once before, and the county came out and they charged me $750 just to get her up. I said, sweetie, there's no charge. That's what we're here for. The city pays them. So I need Nick to make sure to find out from Curtis those young men's name, and those ladies are very appreciative. She was embarrassed, but had it not been for them coming out, I'm not real sure what we would have done, but they did a phenomenal job. So definitely, and that's just a little bit about our department heads and our departments, everything that I have personally called on from anybody. I've always gotten help, I've always gotten answers, I've always got callbacks, because that's the way our department, even Miss Donna back there, when I call on her, she will call me back, as busy as she is. So all of our department heads, but fire department, it's great to see the look on those ladies' faces when I told them that there was no charge. They were worried to death. So I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. First off, how did your electronic roundup go?
In bright, sunny David McGowan weather that we had, we raised $984 for our seniors. So between that and the Fall Festival, they've got enough now to do their Halloween party and some of their Thanksgiving party. So I plan on having another one about March. Hopefully Mother Nature will be a little better to us, but we got a good hookup. I'm actually working on I got the email the other day, shredder thing, to come out and do a shredder thing. So people can get rid of all their old bills, I guess, or whatever you do.
Thank you, sir. I do want to echo the comments for Parks and Rec. The Fall Festival, the parade was wonderful. People were having fun. I even saw Alderwoman Haas on the zip line zooming down past everybody. So it was a lot of fun for many in the community. Do want to remind everybody about this Tuesday night. We have National Night Out. It's from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Park. I hear the SWAT team will be doing some demonstrations. Bearcat will be out.
Bearcat SWAT team, we're going to do a canine demonstration as well as the canine SWAT drones. So, and we're hoping to use the drones to get some really good footage so that we can have some, video for future publicizing.
Wonderful. So please, please, please make sure you come out and attend that. And then last but not least, I want to put a little spotlight on a group that's here. And we've got Leadership Rutherford in the house. And so if you're a part of Leadership Rutherford for this year, can you stand up just so we can see who you are? And please note, yes, our HR Director, Andrew, is part of that. So,
What is that?
Andrew?
So Leadership Rutherford is a program that is almost a 9-month program of leaders from all industries within Rutherford County. And we work to understand all of the workings within the county, not just necessarily for me, the city where I work. I'll get to learn about other cities and businesses and healthcare and nonprofits. And so we work together, and many of the people that are here are in my cohort that we get to work together on some projects. And so part of the requirement is that we attend various board meetings and city council meetings, and so they were happy to come out tonight and experience ours. Okay. They're also going to, some of them don't know this yet, but on November 7th, we are partnering with our stormwater team, and we're going to do volunteer hours for a cleanup along the streams and waterways in Laverne. So
Well, they know it now.
they know it now.
Well, good. I'm sorry, I didn't know what that was. I had to ask.
Absolutely.
And then the mayors each year all get together across Rutherford County, and we do a sit down at the courthouse to go through why we do this, what we do, and how it impacts the community. And so we do that usually in January. So we'll all see each other again soon.
Good.
With that, call this meeting adjourned.